Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Okay, so we've taken this car in part exchange just this afternoon. This is a Mazda 3. It is the 2-litre SKYACTIV-G, which is 122 PS. And this is the GT Sport spec, so a really good spec, like all Mazdas, but this does have the addition of the leather seats and the Bose stereo. These cars recently got a fabulous review by Jeremy Clarkson. I would urge you to read that. It actually gives a nice sort of insight, slant on the car industry, the car market at the moment in the UK. It's very complimentary, and I must say, I do concur with him. So this is presented in Soul Red Crystal. It's done about 21,000 miles. I've got the exact mileage in the car. It wasn't bought by us from new. It was bought by Masters Mazda, who closed down a couple of years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago, I think. We've inherited a lot of their customers, a lot of their service customers, and therefore, when they've come to renew their vehicles, when they're generally on a PCP, we've inherited their customers. So this is one of them. We've done the last services ourselves, but the previous ones were all done by Masters. Yes, have all been done by Masters Mazda. But I'll show you this digital service record when we get in the car. Now, there are a couple of little scrapes on the alloy wheels, which will get done. We're going to send this off to the wheel refurbers probably tomorrow, and get them done. They'll be correctly refurbished, not like a smart repair, but sent away, dipped, powder coated, so they come back better than new. Okay, so let's take a look in the boot. So in here you've got a good family size boot, and what I mean by that is you could fit a pram, pushchair, and all those things that go along with having a young family, which is something I experienced about 5 years ago, and I thought, wow, I can see why boots are so important. Whereas before I was like, why are people so fussed about boots? You've got the privacy glass in the back, you've got the 2 ISOFIX anchorages, once again all a part of the sort of family friendly car. Black headlining makes it look a bit premium, I would say, and I must say Mazda's cars, if you compare these to the traditional premium branded models, you'll probably be surprised if you've not seen Mazdas lately. Bose stereo there. They've always made fantastic cars, but they've really improved the fit and finish. And something I did notice as soon as I drove one of these, because I have been in the Mazda world for 23 years now, is that it's so quiet. And that was something that Mazda cars in general were often criticised for, is the road noise. But I must say, you know, if you do read Jeremy Clarkson's review, he does cover all these points off, and yeah, we've seen quite a lot of people come in on Mazda 3s, possibly not directly linked with his review, but maybe people are realising what a good car they are. Now, Mazda didn't go down the route of making little tiny engines with turbos. They stuck with 4 cylinders, and they just made them more efficient, which is what they've done with this. Now I'm going to start the car up. 2 keys of the car, foot on the clutch, press this button here, and she fires into life. Now, the relevance of what I just spoke about is a lot of cars, like if you bought Ford Focus or a lot of the VW models, they'll have 3 cylinders and turbos, and they're not that nice to drive. And we've sold those cars, so I'm kind of being impartial. I'm not being biased, I'm really not. And if you do try it out for yourself, there's the mileage there, 21,076. 3 cylinders feel a bit imbalanced. I think there's too much strain on the engines, and they end up not being as fuel efficient as they're meant to be, because you're always driving them hard. So Mazda, I say, they just made a bigger engine and made it more efficient. To give you an idea, this the new generation of 3s previous to this, when they came out in 2013, the 2-litre petrols were £30 a year road tax, because the emissions were so low, therefore didn't consume as much fuel. Okay, obviously the legislation surrounding fuel tax and stuff's all changed now, so this would track the £190 a year. Right, so car was PDI, pre-delivery inspection at Masters. The Masters did the first and second service, and we did the third and fourth service back in July last year at 17,313 miles, so about 4,000 miles ago. So we shall be doing the next service, and then whoever buys the car will get a year's Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty. So not to be confused with these warranties you get at a supermarket or an independent. This is the follow-on from the manufacturer's warranty, which has 12 months roadside assistance, 12 months MOT insurance. So we'll do an MOT on this car as well, and we'll do a full 101 point check. Anything that requires doing shall be done. Okay, so it'll be a really well prepared car. So I'll have the wheels all done, a couple of little marks here and there that I'm cosmetics, very minor polishing and touching in, that also shall be done. Now remember I was talking about spec. Look at this: radar cruise control standard, LED lights adaptive standard, headlight control standard. These are all standard features. It saves me saying standard after everything I say. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, dual zone climate, heads up display, digital, not projected onto the screen. Rake and reach adjustment on the steering column, 2 memory settings for the driver's seat, front and rear parking sensors, rear parking camera, traction control, i-stop. The list goes on. Safety features in abundance and non-intrusive. You can actually, if you don't like them, you can turn them off. Let me take you back to that page. What have I done here? Sorry, my camera has difficulty focusing and it makes everything look grayed out. Driver assistance system. I've gone through most of that. Safety alerts. Yeah, lane departure warning, rear cross traffic alert, so you're reversing out of somewhere, it'll warn you if someone's coming the other way. Really good, coming out of a driveway or parking space. Blind spot monitoring, if someone's undertaking or overtaking you, it'll also warn you. Really great stuff. Okay, active safety, lane keep assist, it will keep you in a lane. Yeah, it'll even tell you to hold the steering wheel if you take your hands off the steering wheel. So the list goes on. Really well spec'd, and Mazda are still making cars for people. This is a current model, by the way, for people that want to drive, that enjoy driving. I find a lot of cars now are very sort of, I don't know, like sanitized, and they're almost like a kettle or a fridge, just the purpose to get you here to A to B, whereas this is to get you A to B, and you enjoy and like your car and you want to drive your car. Yeah, no, these are really lovely, and mild hybrid as well, so they are really efficient. Okay, you've got cylinder deactivation, go down to 2 cylinders, you wouldn't even know it. You've got a secondary battery on board that charges up when you slow down and you brake, which will run things all like your ancillaries and stuff. Okay, all really great stuff. Okay, so we've gone through the service history, we've spoken about warranty. We do have warranty extension facilities. We've got great finance facilities, part exchange facility, second to none, because we want your part exchange. No matter what make or model, we want your part exchange. Okay, if you check out our used car offering, you'll see that. People aren't selling them to these online companies, they're selling them to us. So you can have a seamless, enjoyable buying experience. So you'll get the best deal with a part exchange. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a little while since I've advertised one of these, and I must say what a great car they are, and please do check out our reviews. So we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.